One of the greatest dilemmas in the research for the autonomous learner or autonomous learning, even the self-directed learner, is simply defining the autonomous learner. Researchers have spent a lot of time and resources in attempting to define this type of learner in a complete manner that does not allow for any wavering or questions. However, this is a task that simply is overwhelming, leading to some exasperation as researchers continue to debate the best definition and even compile a comprehensive list of attributes. Within self-directed learning, the concept of self-education lies. It is comprised of an emotional aspect, moral aspect, intellectual aspect, and cognitive aspect. However, there have been proposed that there may be three overlapping components to self-education or the autonomous learner. This would include an intellectual, moral, and emotional aspect. This intellectual component is where information resides. This is the point where the subject matter expert would exist. Included also within this component are experience, reflection, and evidence. The moral component is comprised of the executive capabilities to practice on new information. This would include such characteristics as tenacity, resoluteness, and the will to mastery of self. Lastly, the emotional component is the ability for the learner to emotionally detach themselves from the knowledge to be able to step into an evaluation modality. This allows the learner to remain detached from an emotional relationship with the information, giving space to evaluate and learn effectively. The autonomous learner, based on Candy's 1991 definition in his book, and you can see the description of this video to get a resource or a link to that book. Now, it says that the autonomous learner is someone who conceives goals and plans, exercises a freedom of choice, uses a capacity for reflection in a rational aspect, exercises a will to act upon their knowledge, demonstrates mastery in self-discipline and restraint, and sees themselves as an autonomous learner. Candy goes on to further define the autonomous learner as one who will be moved to learn based on their beliefs, values, and personal principles. They will be consistently involved in a movement between criticizing knowledge and information to reevaluating the effectiveness and usefulness of the information. They're going to be true to themselves or obedient to the structure and rules that they set upon themselves. They demonstrate their ability to command their environment, meaning they will be able to create an environment or learning opportunity from every experience, making creative and even unique responses to stimuli. They're capable of formatting their own rules for learning, acting, and working. They are independent. They possess a mastery of self and will evaluate evidence for themselves based on any assumptions, judgments, and implications made by others. This type of learner is a learner who is simply in command of themselves in every situation and will continue to learn despite the cultural, political, and social mores.